if I think through the most helpful thing that an investor can do for an entrepreneur is connecting them to great people, and then connecting them to early experts and connecting them to early customers, like partners. My aspiration, both as a entrepreneur and as an investor, is I really want to be New York's best recruiter, period. If I could just do that, if I could give one talented employee to every single one of our portfolio companies once a year, like I will be the most helpful investor they have, full stop. I don't believe, Founders Fund has been a huge supporter of ZocDoc. Actually, the things that I very much value in the Founders Fund approach is like they have the philosophy that the greatest companies will be founder-led. And they really just spend time getting to know who the great founders are, and then they back them no matter what. And oftentimes I felt like in building ZocDoc, I had the protection of them, which enabled me to focus all of my efforts like forward, as opposed to sort of looking behind my back. And I think that's a huge advantage. So part of what I'm going to be doing with entrepreneurs is following in their footsteps and literally being a very founder-oriented fund. And I think that's something that was very important for ZocDoc getting to where it got to, and it's something that I want to do as well. And by the way, I had in ZocDoc Series B, I had a term sheet from the Founders Fund in 2010 was not nearly the Founders Fund it is today. I had a term sheet from a much higher, like well-known VC fund, like one of the top 3 of all time, at a higher valuation for less dilution, and I went with the Founders Fund. And I went with the Founders Fund primarily because they were on record of being founder-friendly. And that, to me, the real entrepreneurs, like they care more about control than they do about like optimizing economics by 10%. And in fact, talking to other entrepreneurs, so if you could control the future of your company forever, would you take a 30% reduction in valuation? And most of them say yes. And so I want to be on record, and I think you can really have that kind of empathy if you've only really been there sometimes. And I want to be on record for founders to know that is the mantle that I want to stand on. I want them to know that I'm going to support them no matter what.